Hey everybody, this is Grace from Prestige Checkpoint. This is a drive home movie review. We just saw Ready Player One.
Thank God we're driving away from it.
I have AIDS now.
Yeah.
Ready Player One. You're laughing your ass off at this because we're so mad.
Yeah.
Because Ready Player One is the most vapid, arrogant piece of shit that if it climbed out of its own ass, it might have a chance, but then it would require some writing to be behind it.
Yeah. I would like $9.50, 2 hours of my life, and a written apology from the director.
That's Steven Spielberg, man.
That was Steven
Spielberg.
Steven goddamn Spielberg did that to me.
So that's the stuff that's spoiler free, I suppose. It's got so much. It's gone out of its way to cram too many pop culture references in that it's forgot to include substance.
Yeah, they are the cheapest pop culture references I've ever seen before.
But guys, there was that really important scene, or 3 of them, where Tracer appears for all of 5 seconds. And
Yeah.
Overwatch is really popular with the kids now, so it's a great film.
It's true, and then they flew through Minecraft world briefly.
And there was fucking Battletoads!
There was Battletoads.
Was there any?
Stop calling GameStop! We don't have Battletoads!
Was there any reason? was there any reason for the CEO businessman to get in an army tank and grab a gun?
Nope.
Did that? Were there cops in this world until the last 2 minutes?
What are the restrictions on giant robots?
Apparently.
Why are there hundreds of people and only 2 of them have the power of giant robots? Everyone should be a giant fucking robot! Who has the tank and top of Gurren Lagann?
One person.
Who's gonna come out the sides of a fucking universe?
One person with a giant robot said they make giant robots for people.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
So there really should have been more.
And they made one, and it was the Iron Giant.
That's the thing, the CEO had one. Why didn't he give it to all of his employees if they make it in-game?
Can we just return to the point that they made an entire movie trying to cater to the gamers and the nerds and the various people like that, and the end lesson was don't play games, go out in real life. That was the end lesson.
Yeah, well, there was that, but you know, there had to be a reason for him to show off that he's kissing girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you stop playing video games, you'll get laid. Congratulations.
That's kind of it, right?
The thing I'm taking away from this is that people who play online games are always within 5 minutes of your vicinity. And that they are all really hot or something. That person that's playing the hot girl is definitely a hot girl, not knowing that, you know,
yeah.
I've played enough MMOs to know that's definitely not the truth, and people have decided they're not 5 minutes of my vicinity.
Look, guys, when it comes down to it, you know, people that enjoy this movie that are listening to this, they'll think to themselves, you know, it takes a fanboy to know a hater. And
well played.
You know, that's how it's gonna go.
I'm just proud of whoever watched that and enjoyed it, because, you know, seeing your first movie is a really memorable experience.
And you know, taste can only improve from here.
You can only go uphill from here. It can only improve. I'm happy for all of you, honestly.
See, the thing is, I can tell whilst we were watching it, I can see the 2 of you getting angrier and angrier as the film went on.
There was no enjoyment there.
I accepted after a small amount of time when people start, particularly the bit where she's like, oh, they sent us a message and we came to get you. You're online, you've never met in person. There's no way all 5 of you in an MMO are within a 5-minute fucking drive.
Some lad was definitely
it pisses
from
me off
Asia.
when that's an anime plot.
One of them was definitely from Asia.
Yeah.
How did he get there?
Apparently he got there and he automatically recognised who the other characters were.
And he was somehow a ninja as well?
Yeah, thank God everyone knew actual martial arts from playing the video games, including those children on the street.
The 11-year-old, though.
Except the 11-year-old.
Right, did nothing. Why does he get equal share in the end?
Yeah.
Because he's part of the clan or something, and he chops off that one guy's arm. With one shuriken, I guess.
The Shining bit was a bit odd.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, there's no need for it.
It was entertaining.
At all.
To be fair, as I say, I could see the 2 getting mad. I accepted it was going to be trash as soon as I realised a couple of things, and I was just like, oh, that's a cool reference. Oh, look,
there were no cool references.
No, I spent the whole.
There were just references.
I spent the whole film just trying to spot characters that I recognised.
Man, it was.
And in that last scene, there was a little Jeep thing on the floor in the background, and my nan had one of them when I was growing up. There we go. That pretty much sums up the film. This is a thing that happened whilst I was growing up.
So,
That's pretty much the entire, I'd say, plot point of the film.
No
here is
plot.
a thing that you may remember. It's the Troy McClure of films.
Hi, you might remember me from such nostalgia as Your Nan's House.
God.
Remember that time you played Overwatch?
Oh man. And like,
Here's Raynor from StarCraft for no reason.
also they could shut the fuck up with the fucking Back to the Future audio cues.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
Yeah.
Because that happened a number of occasions. And like, to besmirch the name of a DeLorean by just like having it like...
They could have at least played Deja Vu whilst it was drifting the fuck around. If we're gonna go for references, can I have some Eurobeat?
And like, to call the cube a Zemeckis cube with your man Robert Zemeckis directed Back to the Future, and then having that like go back in time. It was just needlessly up its own hole, and it was like, look at how much more I know than you about the 80s. And it was everything that's toxic about elite nerdisms and one-upmanship.
That's one of the conversations I've seen coming out of it, is like the amount of time that people are putting into games and stuff like that, and how invested they're getting in online worlds, which I could kind of see as a point of discussion, but I don't feel it was really discussed in the film.
I can't see any rich depth to it in any way on that scale. I think for me, that movie was the movie equivalent of a girl gamer on Twitch who isn't actually a gamer. Right, she just had glasses that she doesn't need, and she talks about video game references without really understanding them. That's what that movie was to me.
A titty streamer.
Yeah, just a titty streamer who doesn't actually know anything about it, but she knows that her stream viewers will like it if she mentions random references to things without actually knowing it or having experienced it. That was it in movie form. A titty Twitch streamer.
A titty streamer.
Yeah, CGI replacing tits. And a movie platform directed by Steven Spielberg, replacing a Twitch horde.
An awful lot of money making a shit film.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ready Player One, vapid and thoughtless.
Ghastly. Please don't do it to yourselves.
Yeah, and that's just pure black. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you disagree, leave a comment in the comment section below, and we'll chat to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.